Welcome to the Reggaecy, where we endeavor to preserve the legacy of reggae and dancehall culture by discussing important topics as it relates to the reggae and dancehall culture.
Brilliant.
Right?
Not just the topic, but we dig deeper sometime and bring in social or political commentary. If we feel like they're important or people will be willing to listen or maybe share their own comments on what they see going on or what they're experiencing culturally. In Jamaica or just across the diaspora. Is it me?
Cool. So first thing of the night, I'm sure, well, probably not sure, so sure. So if you all aren't aware, DJ Khaled, the DJ producer, was recently in Jamaica on business, right? Yes. And as it turned out, he was working on completing his new project called Khaled, the new album, right? It was actually released today. Maybe we'll touch on perspective of how we feel about the album, but specifically the reason why we're bringing this up is it have a couple projects or a couple songs on it. One notably called Where You Come From, which includes Buju Banton, Barrington Levy, Bounty Killer, Capleton, you know, and that of course is like a dancehall song. Right. Him also have an next song where I feel like reggae influence with her and the Migos called We Going Crazy. Right? It have a reggae influence baseline in my opinion.
Definitely.
Usually when I see things like this, I'm happy to see things like this because it speaks of the kind of collaboration where we here at the Reggaecy have always been talking about, right? Because it help grow the genre, grow the culture, you know what I mean? And basically spread us out a little bit. But what I've been seeing is that there are several detractors that has been putting their 2 cents out there socially. Namely Mr. Lex and the Jamaican Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. Right?
And some others too. Where I make them comment, maybe them feel away. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, no disrespect to even the Prime Minister by calling detractors. I'm just pointing that out just to say that, I mean, he's against what he sees going on. And then the timing of this thing just fall right in place to when Khaled was there and him discussing basically setting up and taking advantage or making a space for reggae and dancehall, which they neglected to do seriously over the years, neglected to capitalize on it seriously over the years. My question for the masses, my question for you, Oliver, same, as well as everyone that's going to be paying attention to this, is what are your feelings about both what Mr. Lex said and the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness? You can touch either one first.
Well, I feel like I want to touch Lexus thing first because I feel like the Prime Minister are how people interpret it if they're thinking or looking into things. That is a more serious issue, right? And require a more detailed discussion. Now, when it comes to Lexus, let's make it clear what Lexus actually say. I don't want to use this to give too much press, or people might feel like we're just, because a lot of people have commented already on other publications, right?
Right.
Lexus make a statement that every time Khaled comes to Jamaica, he records with the same artist, and then the second part of the same statement was the song them nah slap, right? Those were his two statements, and then he said at the end, okay, there it is, I said it, right? So me have a dig into that, and the fact that there is it, I said it, seemed to me like a something a boil up on his brain or in his mind already, right?
Right.
He's been thinking about this, or maybe a something where him experience with other artists, other people have said the same thing, right?
Okay.
So I feel like, okay, I got it out there. What's the big deal, right?
Right.
But then in defend itself, because he went back, that was on Twitter. Then he forward on Instagram and put up something like, he basically not change what him say, him say what him say, and everybody a treat him like him can't have him opinion, right? Okay, everyone can have them opinion, but your opinion can also be incorrect, right? So let's look into his comment. His comment can be proven as incorrect. He said every time Khaled is in Jamaica, he's working with the same artist. Is that true? I want to know from the people, is that actually true? This album he worked with Buju, Capleton, Bounty Killer, and Barrington Levy.
Right.
Khaled was actually not even working with reggae artists a lot. This is his 12th studio album. He had taken he needed to get him clout up or to the point where he have more creative control.
Right.
So I would say only the last 3, maybe 4 albums him actually go back to him roots, right? Or some of him roots. For people who don't know if they're American or international viewers or even the same Jamaican.
Okay.
Khaled was in our circle before him blew up, as you'd say, big, right, Randy?
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
No. Was Capleton on the last album or any of his albums recently?
No, not as far as I know. No.
Was Barrington Levy on any of the albums?
I can't remember one either.
Was Bounty Killer on any of the albums?
No, I know that for sure.
Okay.
No.
So the only person that's been on the album is Buju, right? So the statement is false. Me would like to hear him tell me, oh, it's right. If you had tried go back for the 20 years when Khaled used to play
Fully Loaded
or them thing there, that's not relevant here because that was a different forum.
Right.
I think Khaled chose to work with who he work with, including Sizzla, based on the relationship he's had or fostered, or people who have actually worked with him over the years, whether it was dub plate, blah, blah, blah. So you can't blame a man for your work for with who him know, right? They, in my opinion, people like Lexus or artists like this need to go work on building their own relationships. And we keep saying this on this platform, Randy. Go build your own relationships with other people, right? Maybe it's not a Khaled that go come give you a plug, right? Maybe it's, for example, who get them plug more? Sasko get him plug from Kanye.
Yeah.
And he do something on Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
There's enough out there. Go build your own relationship.
So,
however, you can't build that if you just sit down at Jamaica. Who knows why Lexus is not traveling, but I'm not going to get in there.
Well, this is not to defend Lexus, but
yeah.
So I think, I mean, if people are saying this and feeling this, I think it's okay for people to express this. So honestly, I'm actually happy, not necessarily happy because it kind of feels divisive at the time when Lexus did it, but I'm open to people sharing their point of view. Okay. However, I'm looking at Lexus or Mr. Lex as an artist that hasn't had a hit in a while. Is posturing. Huh? No, did have an album Touchdown. And
people know the album, people comment.
If I'm gonna say everything where Khaled do with the local artists from Jamaica or whatever flop, I don't think him can even measure up him last album to any one of them tracks as far as just simply views. We're not even talking about we generate any funds or anything. He can't. He can't. So it's almost like what, we don't want to offend anybody, but all right, I'm going to use it like maybe the patter called the Keckle Block then or something like that. You know what I mean? It's you're not successful or you're going through some hardship in your career effectively, it's kind of looking like his career has peaked and is in decline right now. So, because you're desperate for some exposure, you gotta say something like this. Look,
Right.
I'm not saying that he can't say it. You can say whatever you want to say.
Right. You have him right.
Right, but for me, would I rather be on the right side than to be just speaking based off feelings
Emotions.
and emotions. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
You know, I will leave people rate Mr. Alex.
So, Randy, if you are Capleton, right, or Bojo or Bounty, how you would feel when you hear things like that?
Why would I feel like?
And in a small Jamaica, I'm going to see you again.
Why all of a sudden, me I get some work, you are try pop down the ship, you are try cause problems. You know?
You can't have your opinion, but it's like the timing, bro.
So it's like a crab in a barrel mentality then. If you understand
the
crab in a barrel.
That's not it. Him say, him not a crab in a barrel and basically, But to me, I had said something to you, Randy, before, and it come back to me now.
Yeah.
I think right now we are aware that there are times certain industry companies are afraid, I think, or are careful when they want to do business with us, right?
Yes.
Now, I think Khaled is a strong individual and he loves the culture so much. And I think he does hear these things, but it doesn't bother him, right? Yeah. But for example, he brought Migos and other people down there. This is actually a good thing.
Exactly.
Right? Now, let's say Migos did make a connection now, but then probably like, why we're so American, we don't understand the culture. And as soon as we come down here, them kind of easy we are here. Maybe we should have just nobody mix with nobody. You see what I say? Because it seemed to me or them would be saying, we can't do no right. Because no matter what you do, somebody will come out of the woodwork and make some unprofessional comment, some kind of thing where pop down the thing, right? These things happen in hip-hop, but you ever notice that the man them kind of still kind of mind them business?
Yeah. So
hold on. Never go at a man, we just go at him neck then, lyrically, is it, man?
Hold on then, Oliver. You see, since you bring up that point there, I'm going to show them a similar point.
Yeah.
I'm going to call a name, but before I call the name, I'm going to just make sure I preface it by saying, rest in peace, DMX, you know what I mean? Because, the artist passed and gone, and we all rate and love the artist. However, DMX, they did do a song with Sean Paul and Mr. Vegas. Here comes the boom. Apparently, the same thing where I described, there were some miscommunication that went on there, and it left a bad taste in DMX.
From my understanding, I'm not sure the record, but I think it was Gimme the Light.
Right.
Anyway, one of Sean Paul record did a blaze. Yeah. And DMX felt like, me did do a solid already. Let me jump on this because I think I have something for blaze the record. And to be honest, I think DMX would have come out good on them hype records there that Sean did have a boss.
Sure.
And he felt like him get the run around.
Like he got slighted.
Sean's defense, that probably was from him label and not personally, because I don't know if Sean had the clout back then for Atlantic to decide who, and at the time, people probably felt like DMX was not at his peak like before, so maybe it would have hurt Sean's career,
So pretty much, when I try to point out and connect the dots with that left a bad taste in DMX's mouth, and because of that, the relationship soured. Imagine again, it would have probably happened to, like I said, the Migos went there, maybe her went there.
Right.
Whoever probably went there, and any local discrepancy or issues like this pop up, it's almost like, you see, that's why I don't really F with these people, and then it become a these people type thing now.
Correct. And to me get like Swan getting things off, right? You want to make him statement. But to me, in the whole scheme of the business, it was a selfish move. right?
I feel so.
Because you only think about your opinion. Enough other man probably share the same opinion, right? Even though me again believe it's wrong because he do work with other people. He don't work with the same people then, right? It's a small group, but I think people get it mixed up because you see him come and visit the same people then, but him don't necessarily always record with them, right?
So you think maybe that was a little bit of jealousy and envy when he saw socially what they were doing at the Holy Mountain or whatever resort they were?
Look,
what do you think?
Hard to say, right? Like me eat to get put in another box there, Randy. Here's why. You almost can never tell what in a man brain or in him heart, right? You can only assume, quite possibly. Me, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt personally and say, maybe that was not his intention, right? It never come with no bad vibes. However, I do believe social media can F with you, especially nowadays. It come to remind me when Khaled got Jamaica, because Khaled does it big, bro.
Right.
No matter how we want to act like, whether we're bigger yard or whatever, when Khaled comes, it's almost like, but like I'm a veteran, it comes like when you're little and somebody come from foreign and them thing up, brother.
Yeah, like Santa Claus come then.
Come like everybody over them yard, right? And I'm surprised that still can go on, but I get it because Khaled level up yourself. Right. So even if you rub shoulders business-wise, it makes sense. So I'm not even this the man and say some glad bug thing like it's a good move. You have to foster these relationships, right? And nurture them. Yeah.
So you don't think, cause me I feel like this, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I feel like the man them around at the studio and Tolo come and go to seat and go to all say to him, say, yo, you know, say, both you and bun to them over here.
Yeah, the man will eat all in the water.
I live it up on a eat steam fish and
lobster.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But they say
filet. Kill me, brother.
But they say filet mignon, but true, we know the rest of them don't really eat them something there. But
the man will eat some veggie chunks.
Right. Right. So I mean, in that sense, again, you know, them things that if you ever tell me, say that not play upon your mind as an artist, especially when you're pretty much struggling to get something going, you know, that difficult for me accept.
Right. Just like a call from your too, my brother.
Okay.
Sorry, people. Go on talk, Randy.
Yeah, no, it's difficult for me to accept, because watch this, Oliver, and hear me out. If all this stuff was happening in the background and he wasn't seeing what was going on, right? He wasn't seeing the visuals. If this wasn't being shared, because Khaled have a reason for share it. It's promotion. And the promotion not only benefit Khaled, it benefit Jamaica too, because it's showing Jamaica in good light. So why now you are going to see that and get jealous?
But remember, I said Khaled is a man who put the things them on every minute, you know, Randy. Every minute, Khaled a post when he's there Jamaica. He obviously love the island, bro. And I just wish we would look to the positive. And this may I try to get out of people. Try to see the positive, even if it's small positives. Small things lead to big things, people. We can't always want to be the biggest thing every time, man. Lexus have to look in a fee himself and figure out who a fee him connection, right?
Right.
Not try to worry about who call it. All right, you see, you said earlier that Lexus can make him own opinion and we not really bash him opinion.
Right.
Call it not free for have who I'm friend.
There you go.
What's most important to more people than your friend? And I think it's proven that him and Bujo especially tight, bro.
Because perfect. It's a good point to bring up, you know, because if me and certain people rub shoulders, why am I gonna go and vacation with them. First of all, me go in a foreign country. Me not gonna feel safe to be around people who I not trust.
I mean, I bring my family and my kids, because Khaled travel with him family. Right? Who knows who are gonna come look upon you with a side eye? Because if man I make them comment here, certain man that staying Lexus, your mind start go down in some dark alleys, bro. And then next thing you know, you want who knows?
So what me know if Bojo Capleton, Barrington, Levy, Bunty see Lexus and start frowning spanning. We already know some never really have a good relationship with Bunty. What if the man them start frowning spanning now? You rang them? If a man say, yo, I feel like punk Lexus.
But that's what I'm saying. Remember, I asked you early when we started talking about the topic. I said, small Jamaica, the industry small. They want to book him again in one studio, you know. I mean, not say them have to go on with nothing, but I don't see that conversation not coming up. Oh, me know Jamaican people, because right now, with the corona and everything, enough man pocket a feel it.
Yeah.
Buju drop an album and never tour off. Buju had it. I would say Buju had the anomaly, because I'm probably still a eater food compared to some of the other men. Because I'm having branding, all other little things are going for him, Rap Nation, him have a support structure, right?
Sure.
I'm speaking from my perspective. There's no way me that Jamaica and me Lexus make a comment like that, and me see him and me not say something. And I be like, bro, coming like a box, you want box food out of my people, them mouth.
Exactly.
I want to do that a problem. You see what I say?
Exactly.
And you might think I just a little comment or me I say certain things, but it's like, bro, imagine, all right, I'm going to say one thing and I'm come off of this, but I don't want to belabor it too much. But imagine, Randy, another person did I look from the outside, an American or international, I watch Khaled thing, right? And somehow them get wind of them thing.
Yeah.
Not only just the people them that are involved, like Migos, but somebody will actually I watch might just go, you know, I'm a good, yo. You see what I'm saying? I don't even have a link, Buju them, yo. You see what I'm saying? So now Buju them have said, yo, I don't even know what food they probably box out of my mouth. But just doing that.
Just because of Lexus statement.
And I would never know.
Yeah,
I would never know. I would never know, because the person now going to tell me, say, boy, I made a plan for there, wouldn't know, you know, and do a show, but after that, I'm just, you know, I'm good, yo.
But Oliver, you can't go around and say we haven't heard this before. Don't we've heard artists, namely Ludacris, right, saying that such stuff to the effect like, yo, like don't
yeah, the
Jamaicans, you have to make sure you pay them. You know? Basically,
and when they get vexed, people in the culture, they get vexed. And boy, Luda need to move up and rate it, but and him actually defend it like he must say, boy, they're nice people. I never saw him meant it. You see what
exactly, but if you have a certain experience, sometimes it leads to how you respond to things and shape your judgment as well. You know? So for me, again, in other sense, let me bring up that because I'm happy it come to light. Because this can be a teachable moment for hopefully people learn and
not realize that this is not the way. You know
exactly.
What's funny? I respect the younger artists them more. Would I expect that from them? The Javelin, the Skillibeng them, the Poppy, the other new youth them where I do them thing. And you would have said, I can get the comment because I actually would like to see Khaled give one of them a bus too. Right?
Right.
But dude, those are not his friends. He doesn't know them. Would I get it from one of them youth there say. You see what I say? Because I would look upon it like, is a youth out here, young, immature doing thing. And the younger artists, them don't really have the connection with America like the older artists them used to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit harder for them now. Am I right? Like for crossover, because when I get the radio play or what have you, when I get that exposure to the
and
label.
then a lot of the artists them not travel as much.
Correct.
Yeah. So me go change it a little bit. But enough Alexis, how you feel about Andrew Holness's, the Prime Minister's comments then where seem to fall in line with the time when Khaled is there. So it's like, for me, Is it coincidence or him specifically a talk about Khaled, but him not Khaled name?
I don't know if I talk Khaled or I think maybe
You want going to a little bit of what he said?
Khaled or the machine behind Khaled. Well, he had a statement on the congressional floor, right?
Yeah. The floor of parliament.
Statement, not parliament.
Yeah.
Not parliament. Yeah. In front of Madam Secretary and all of the other ministers, right?
Right.
And he made a statement along the lines, I'm paraphrasing here, people, and you can look it up. It's on his Instagram. Something about entertainment industry and how they are going to commit to investing in the music because other people are coming in and taking advantage of our music and taking it and doing what they want. Yeah. Right? Maybe he might talk about that. Maybe he might talk about Justin Bieber who do certain records. Who knows? Now, before we get into that, I am going to say there's a lot to this, but I have to start. I would say 2 weeks before he made this statement, or 3 weeks, he made a statement saying, how dancehall mash up the integrity of the country, right?
Yeah.
And how dancehall instigate violence and blah, blah, blah. We did a segment on that. So when I saw this now, not saying it can't be both, but it led me to be a little confused, like, which one is it, bro? 3 weeks ago, you murdered the culture, and you had nothing positive to say. One thing, if you did say that and mix it in, you never think about that? He said in the current statement that they've been thinking about it, Randy. Wouldn't that have been the perfect time to mention that?
Exactly.
That maybe we'll try to clean it up or we'll invest. You see what I'm saying?
So
disingenuous, like, huh?
You know, me I decipher from you bringing that up. What me I get from that is he was probably taking a lashing socially in the media for doing that and trying to scapegoat the dancehall artists them or reggae artists them or what have you. Right? Him there take a lashing. So now him try use this for pivot. Him try use this, him feel like it was. So again, and this is why.
Talk to the people, them, Randy. Talk to the people, them.
And this is why.
Down the eyes.
And this is why I don't trust politicians. I'm not sure if these so-called leaders in the industry have enough control, because I see this as them trying to put it in their ballpark, right?
Correct.
In the political sphere where them have majority control and can do whatever they want to do with it. You know?
Look how long reggae and dancehall there.
And then...
And they never do nothing for it.
But Oliver, look again, in that sphere where politics and music, I don't see it happening to a certain extent. I guess it can possibly be done as far as culturally, but I seen a possible conflict of interest or certain things happening. For instance, if them don't support a particular artist or them don't like a particular artist, once politics involved in it, that easier for them stifle out the artist there. That easier for them say, yo, no, that youth there, no, we don't push that youth there, no, we don't want him get no work, no, we don't want this. And if you do this with the youth there, then the relationship done. So these things have been going on in the industry, and people say, boy, too much politics in the industry. So why are you going to let in politicians in the industry now?
It's funny though, Randy, because a couple shows ago we discussed South Korea and how them invest in their music. How actually that said this would be good for Jamaica to do, right? Over the years, right?
Right.
I'm not saying you can't, because he made some good points. So he did say we need some venues, right? And we had said this on the show, that it's sad that reggae and dancehall are so old and we need venues, because that would also solve the issues with the curfew and them thing. Because if it's indoors, we can't keep my party till, however, especially if the building is soundproof, right?
Correct.
Or if it's away from residential area. So that have to do with zoning. So government has to get involved on some level. And he said that, however, is this genuine? And at what price reggae has to pay our dancehall to get this kind of assistance, right? Is it ever come with, a try control and take a piece of on the back end or the front end of the money, right? When you not give them no chance, right, for ever eat no food. No one probably go tax the thing heavily.
So, Oliver, I'm going to bring up another thing, because I'm going to roll this into the same topic we are talking about. And you got to understand why it seems like, because when I first heard him comment, I was thinking, okay, maybe something can work out, or maybe something can figure. And some of the artists, them probably they're in a peculiar situation now, where them kind of have to work with it, because many of them can't travel overseas, so them limited as far as what them can make as far as income. So them have to shut them out and probably work with Wagwan or work with the government to propose, especially if that means, me can't get back my visa, me can't start go back in the US, United States, Miami, New York, LA, London, and then place there.
They might use this opportunity for help out their own personal cause. But
exactly.
Me not cut Randy, he make a thing say, he want to invite the stakeholders. To me hearing an advice like him himself not too confident that them are going to show up. Because his next statement was, we'll make the invite and see if them show up. We know Budge not show up. Right? Capleton probably not show up. Sizzler not show up. Who are going to show up to this? Right?
And that's the reason why I'm point that's out, because
so,
for one, when you show up in a freedom playground ballpark, the environment is controlled. Right?
Right.
Exactly. So you're not you're not necessarily in your space or your playground in a free to roam anymore.
You feel like I want to on anytime you drop a little jewel for us. Bang it, yo.
So now Bocho, who has been speaking out against a whole heap of the ills them where MC are going since him come from jail, right? How that would have worked now, because all right, let me bring up another thing, Oliver. Let me just chop off that right there. So